Hi there! Well, today's video is going to be a review of the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Foundation. This was $7.99 for 1 ounce of product at my local Walgreens. There are 12 shades available and I chose shade number 115. There is a nice variety of shades, especially for fairer skin tones. There was another one, I think it was 105, that I was also considering. A couple of the shades that were the number lower and higher than this. One seemed a little bit pink, the other one seemed a little bit yellow. This really had a nice neutral beige undertone. I do want to mention when you first apply this to your skin, it may seem a little bit light, but then it tends to dry down a little bit darker, more true to the color that you're seeing here in the tube. I kind of feel like I actually might have been able to go one shade darker and still would have been okay, but I do feel like this is a pretty good shade match, especially if I'm adding a little bit of bronzer on top of it. I probably would not, if I had to do it over again, one shade darker would have been okay, but I think this is something that I would repurchase again in this shade. It does come in very nice lightweight packaging. This is a plastic tube, so it's great for travel. It's also very slim, as you can see, and it has a nice pointed dispensing tip here on the end, which makes it really nice to just squeeze out a little bit on the back of your hand or dispense it on your fingertips and then just dot it around your face. That also brings me to my next pro about this product, which is you don't really need a blush to apply this. I have found that my fingers is really the best method for applying this all over my skin. I did buff it in just a little bit today because I did want to use an extra layer for filming, but you really don't need that, which is sort of nice to have a foundation that works best with fingers because it makes it a little bit less complicated to apply when you don't need brushes. Now, this does have a little bit of a light to medium coverage, I would say. Probably a little bit more on the light side. I do still need to conceal very dark spots, but if you just want to even out your skin tone a little bit and have a very nice lightweight coverage, this is going to be really perfect for you. This feels really wonderful on the skin. Very lightweight, very fresh. This is oil-free, so you don't have any of those comedogenic ingredients. This is not going to clog your pores or cause any breakouts. I've not had any irritation or dryness or anything with this. It also does have its powder already built into the product, so you don't need a separate setting powder over the top. I did add a little bit of bronzer today just to brighten up my face a little bit, and then of course I added blush as usual, but I did not add any sort of setting powder even to my T-zone. That being said, I've noticed a lot of people have commented that they find that this keeps their skin really matte throughout the day. That's not been my experience. I still do get oily in my very oily area, which is right here, but the rest of my face does stay pretty normal. As far as the finish of this product goes, it is a little bit flat. It's not exactly a matte finish, but it's definitely not luminous. It's somewhere in between. That sort of leads me to a couple of the cons about this product. While it is great that it already has powder built in, it can leave the finish just a little bit dull on your face. I find that adding a bronzer or highlighter is definitely necessary, especially on mature skin. So one of the drawbacks might be that on older mature skin, you're really not going to get any of those skin enhancing properties. This isn't going to give you any luminosity or anything special to blur lines. It definitely does not sink into lines. I will say that. This is a very lightweight finish that does sort of glide over the skin, but I have noticed that it does actually seem to sit on top of the skin a little bit. Now, I don't know if that is because it has the powder in it that I'm noticing that sort of powdery finish, but I have noticed I have to do a little bit of extra blending, especially around my hairline, because it does seem to want to sort of sit in that area. I've also noticed it pooling a little bit in my pores, so that's an area I'm just sure to take my fingertips and really sort of blend that in. It's not a big deal. It's nothing that you can't work around, but just something that I've noticed that it does take a little bit of extra blending in those larger pore areas. The other con of this product is that it does not have any SPF. So if you're going to be outside, you're going to be wearing this during the day, you do want to make sure you add a little bit of sunscreen as your base before you put this on top. My overall opinion is that this is an excellent product, especially for the price. It's very fresh, very lightweight. It really doesn't feel like anything on your skin. It's a really nice, quick way to just sort of even out your skin tone for a quick, everyday look. It doesn't require any brushes, so it's very easy to apply. And this is a very travel-friendly, size packaging, not only in size, but the weight as well. And you are getting a nice amount of product. This is a very typical size at about 1 ounce, but it's a really great price at $8. And I'm sure, especially at Walgreens, you can get a great sale on this, or when they have the CoverGirl products, buy one, get one half off. So I really do think that this is worth a try if you just really want a nice lightweight coverage. Do keep in mind, if you have more mature skin, you may want to add a little bit of highlighter or blush or bronzer, just something to brighten up the look a little bit, make it a little bit more luminous and a little less flat. And you do want to add your sunscreen, but I am giving this a La Beauty Bag Bravo. I think it's a great little product, especially for the price. So I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.